Agape in the abyss. Love, in its truest and most subversive form, is a gathering of wounded bodies. It is the site where blood has been shed, where betrayal has happened, and where solidarity is nevertheless still made possible. Not by might, not by law, but by an invisible, unsellable grace. Love, in the gospel sense, is not affection, is not sentiment, is not even justice in the thin political sense. Love is communion. Love is dangerous. Love is that which dares to say, against all prevailing powers and principalities, this one will not be handed over. In the alley where Nicholas and the church dwell, love is not abstract. It is not preached. It is practiced. It bleeds. It limps. It sings low. It feeds a cat and a boy and a man with a limp. It links arms and does not let go even when the altar fires of the God of power grow hot again. This love is not born of anything soft, nor anything legal. It is the love of the cross, though no one there names it as such. The body, not the idea. The scar, not the sermon. This is what Craig Keene reminds us, though he never says it this way, that theology must begin from the mutilated body, from the place of forsakenness where Christ chooses to dwell. If God is not there, God is nowhere. And if we dare call anything church, it must begin from these bodies, these Esau-led gatherings of poor saints and unsaintly prophets who will not deliver one another over. The body of Christ is not the institution. It is the broken assembly. James Cone knew this too. He said it plainly. The cross is the lynching tree. If your theology is not prepared to say that, and tremble, it is not ready to say anything worth saying. Malcolm X said he was for truth no matter who said it, and Cone echoed that in his call to root our theology in black suffering and resistance. Agape does not float above history. It is found in the cellars of grief and the jungles of rebellion. The early church was an underground movement. Its catacombs were its cathedral. Martin Luther King Jr., for all his calls to nonviolence, was not passive. His agape love was confrontation. He called love the sword that pierces injustice. This was not the weak-kneed love of institutional politeness. It was the bloodied, jail-worn, body-breaking love of Christ crucified again in Selma and Memphis. Frantz Fanon, too, knew that love, if it is to mean anything in a world built on the sacrifice of the poor, must be liberation. Love must undo what has been done. Love must remember the trauma and transfigure it. Fanon's call to decolonization is, in its most prophetic register, a call to communal healing. The kind that costs, the kind that bleeds, the kind that says, never again will my brother be handed over, even if it is me who must stand in his place. In the alley, the Eucharist is not taken. It is lived. It is not a rite. It is a resistance. When the townspeople mark Nicholas, they mark him for the altar. But the body, that is, the church, says no. In the Eucharist of this alley, bread is not broken by priests, but by beggars. Wine is not poured from gold, but from cupped, blistered hands. It is not the memory of Jesus. It is the continuation of his body. This is love. Agape, as Bonhoeffer said, is costly. It is never cheap. And what Nicholas encounters is not the emotional stirrings of affection, but the self-risking, community-binding, altar-defying love of those who know what it is to live at the edge of death and still not turn on one another. This is the body. This is the church. This is the hope we have, that even in the presence of God's demanding sacrifice, there is a people who will say, we will not become Cain. They do not say his name. But he is there. He is in the mark. He is in the body. He is in the breaking and the holding. He is not above them. He is with them, crucified again in their flesh, risen again in their refusal to betray one another. This is love, and this is the only church worth calling holy.